bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Bears. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Thomas. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jackson now off the bootleg. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. Now Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked there by Nick Nelson, and he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line.
Check 50, check 50. Street. 19 Lions.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago.
Come on now.
Cole Komet, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Jackson now. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
They go play action with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. That's to McCaffrey, complete. A good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 31. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
McCaffrey.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Jackson gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Flush to his right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you not got too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
23 yards, the final tally.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Go. Go. Joker, 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 Joker. 55 is my guy, 55.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears 7, Ravens nothing.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. All right, here we go. Let's go, V, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Now Jackson on first down. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
They had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Second and 6 with the ball on the 7. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
They'll take over.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
Second and 10 at the 7-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On third down, Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on third. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this ball is going to be touchdown just shy of midfield.
Take over first and 10. At the 48-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Looking sideline, incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
And from the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Jackson will throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
Third and goal.
Third and goal, Jackson. Flushed out right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. A minute 52 to play until halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
A second and 11 from the 19. Now it's Jackson. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Complete to Christian McCaffrey. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. And able to find Green. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
The Bears take over first and 10 at the Ravens' 48-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let him know, let him know. Mike. What's the run? They're running it. Mike, 55. Wake up.
Throwing again. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Check 24. Check 24. Buffalo 18. Mike 55. Mike 55. Let's get the ball. Mike 55. Eat. Crunch time, defense. Back. Check 99.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Jackson on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Hollywood there. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Kickoff for Baltimore.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Here comes Nelson.
Nick Nelson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. That is caught by Cohen. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Got an open man. It's Burnett. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And Jackson throwing once more. And this is going to be incomplete.
Jackson
got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Flush to his right. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Thomas. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, They use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back. Jackson from the shotgun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to have the hook up to Burnett. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Burnett. A gain of 14 yards brings up 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They got 29 yards that time.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Here's Patterson. Room here to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
15 more yards. That's another Bears 1st down.
Back now at Soldier Field.
That's the end.
It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
55 is my guy, 55. Here we go, here we go.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. Open man. He finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet there to make the grab as the Bears push further out in front. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Thomas. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Anthony Thomas on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to go up top again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And there's a quick throw caught by Andrews. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jackson. And this one complete to Burnett. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And down inside the 15 he goes. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. 19 Mike. I'm going to run you over.
Jackson will throw again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Anthony Averett picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Steps away. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. Now Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackman. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead. Look at the deficit. Trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Throwing again. Jackson. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Check 48 to Mike. Report. Mike 48. Mike 48. 48.
To throw again. Jackson. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
A gain of 29.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10, all the way down at the 21-yard line. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Touchdown.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now Jackson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go play action with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Flush to his right. Got an open man. It's Burnett. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Throwing now is Jackson. Going to let one fly for Robinson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Jackson. And he completes it to Cohen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They run with Patterson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
3rd down and 4.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now Jackson on first down. And this will be caught by Mooney. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And Jackson throwing once more. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. To throw again is Jackson. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Marr now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Bears 28. Ravens.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
One last shot for Jackson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that with halftime, obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Chicago, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.